Hello, Soma Farm. So today we're going to cut out a very simple collar, very easy to make. So aside measuring round to be able to find it, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to measure 3.5. How I cut it by the length of 3.5, and then I went down by 4 inches for the front, and the back is 1 inch. And so I used the fabric that can cover all around, and I want to go down by 8 inches. So you can see from here, if I turn the right side against the right side, I turn the cloth forward and place this facing backwards on it and pinned it down like this so that I can turn it around and then make all the markings I need to make. So you see how I pin it down and then turn it around. After turning it around, I used my ruler to make a V shape, and then made the V shape all the way to the depth I desire. The depth is 8 inches. So if you'd want to go higher, you want to go deeper, it's up to you. So after making that V shape, I pinned it down and sewed it like this. Then I'll cut it out and leave half an inch all around. So like this, I cut it out and then all around, making sure that I left an allowance up there, as you can see. So it's locked up there. After turning it around, I brought it out by a little bit. You can see a half an inch out so that I can be able to sew my collar on it, and then measured it 4 inches at both sides for the front, and then at the back 7.5 inches. So I joined everything together, which formed at about 15.5 inches. So 15.5 inches, I left 16 inches and folded it to get 8 inches. So that 8 inches, we're going to use it to be able to cut out the collar. So this is the length of it. It's more than 16 inches and the height is 7 inches. So it's going to be on fold. So I want the height of my collar to be 2 inches. So if I sew it down, I would have 1.5 inch. So by the midpoint, I went in by 4 inches and came out by 5 inch like this, and then went up by 1 inch. So don't mind my blue chalk. I hope you can still see what I'm doing. So after doing that, I brought my curve ruler and changed the chalk. So I used the yellow chalk so that I can be able to see the markings, and drew it all the way up to that point. So after drawing it, you'd see the cut out version of it like this. So after cutting it out, you'd see that I didn't cut it as smoothly as I should, but I'll do that later. So what we're going to do now is open it up and sew it. So after opening it up, I sewed it by ½ inch at the top. After sewing it by ½ inch at the top, we now turn it around, and I trimmed that edge and sewed it a little bit in. I sewed it all the way into like 2.5 inches. As you can see, the collar would have to come out beautifully that way, and then sewed it on top of the allowance, the parts we left for the back and the front, and voila, we have our collar. Very easy and smooth, and you just have your collar as quickly as possible. So don't forget to like and subscribe and follow. This would make the channel grow. Bye.